The Adventure of Tilly and the Toppling Tower. On the edge of a bustling forest, nestled in a tiny village, there lived an energetic squirrel named Tilly. Tilly had a knack for inventing, which often led to all sorts of mischief. Her latest creation was her proudest yet, a shiny, twisting contraption of sticks, acorns, and vines that she named the Acornapult. It could hurl acorns farther than anyone had ever seen. One sunny morning, Tilly gathered her friends, Barry the bear cub, Poppy the hedgehog, and Finn the fox pup. She excitedly demonstrated her contraption. With a triumphant flick, the Acornapult launched a golden acorn high into the air. Arching gracefully over the treetops, Tilly beamed as her friends cheered. Feeling bold, Tilly challenged herself to see how far the Acornapult could really go. She placed the largest acorn she could find onto the launcher and pulled the vine back as far as it could stretch. Ready, set, go! The acorn soared higher and higher until it disappeared into the sky. But then, crack, boom! From the direction of the treetops, a deep rumble echoed through the forest. The friends turned towards the sound and froze in disbelief. "Uh-oh," whispered Finn. One of the village's tallest lookout towers, perched on a tree, had come crashing down. The large acorn had smashed into its base. Panicked, Tilly immediately started coming up with excuses. "It wasn't my fault. Maybe it was old, weak tree, or her friends exchanged unsure glances. Poppy, always the voice of reason, said gently, "Tilly, I think we should check if everyone is okay." Reluctantly, Tilly and her friends made their way to the toppled tower. A group of birds who had been perched on it were safely chirping on a nearby branch. The wise old owl who manned the lookout station flapped down to greet them. "Everyone's safe," the owl assured them, "but someone must be held accountable for the damage." Tilly's heart sank. She could keep blaming the tower or the wind, but she knew deep down that it was her acorn. Taking a deep breath, she stepped forward. "It was me," she confessed. "I was testing my invention and I didn't think about where the acorn would land. I'm so sorry for the mess I caused." The owl looked at her thoughtfully. "Taking responsibility is the first step, young squirrel. What will you do to make things right?" Tilly pondered for a moment. "We'll rebuild it," she said, her voice gaining confidence. "I'll use my inventing skills to help make a stronger tower. And I'll make sure my next invention is safer." Her friends cheered, ready to help. The villagers worked together with Tilly leading the charge, designing a new and improved tower. It was even more magnificent than before, with a sturdy base made of tightly woven vines and acorns cleverly placed as decoration. By the time the project was complete, Tilly felt proud, not just of her invention skills, but of owning up to her mistake. As the sun set, the owl perched on the new lookout tower and smiled. A wise squirrel once said that responsibility and creativity go hand in hand, he hooted. Tilly beamed. She'd learned a big lesson. It's not just about what you create. It's about taking care of what happens because of it. And from that day on, Tilly made sure her inventions brought the village joy, not trouble. Well, maybe a tiny bit of trouble, just for fun.